Hey, LeaderTribe, Dr. Robster here. Hope you're doing fantastic today. Today, just wanted to share something with you totally on my heart. This is research. It comes from my favorite leadership book of all time, probably my second favorite. I've referenced it before, but more and more some of the younger people I'm working with, and actually some of the older people, they're starting to look at leadership as a position or as a title or just something they do, and they don't understand that the essence, the truth about leadership is that leadership always involves sacrifice. So, the young people today, they go, hey, that's not a thing. Well, guess what? Leadership without sacrifice, that's not a thing. It's sort of like forgiveness without suffering. Anytime forgiveness is needed, somebody has to suffer. Do you ever think about that? If I've really blown it and I ask my wife to forgive me, she's had to suffer and she's had to pay the price for what I did wrong. Or if someone goes, hey, Rob, will you forgive me? I've had to suffer. There's no such thing as forgiveness without suffering. There's no such thing as leadership without sacrifice. Why? Because when people see you sacrificing as a leader, what happens is they think this cause is bigger than him. He's not just doing what is ever the easiest thing for him or for her to do. They're seeing that they're committed to a cause greater than themselves, and that makes them want to join you. Otherwise, you'll get some sort of tacit, low-level commitment, but when they see you doing that, then that's where people raise up their hand. They say, I'm in. I'm in. Leadership without sacrifice, that's not a thing. But leadership with sacrifice is something that calls deep into people. One other thing that you have to remember, and this also comes out of that same book, Leader's Legacy. One thing you have to remember is this, that you are the most important person in your organization. You, not the CEO, not the president, you. You go, Rob, I'm a janitor. Yeah, but listen to this. You are the most important person in your organization to the people who are directly under you. The person directly above me, my immediate boss, they have more to do with my career trajectory. They have more to do with whether or not I'm an ethical person. They have more to do with my job satisfaction than anyone else. You are so important. Hey, this is what the research shows over and over and over again, but guess what? It's not just at work. It's also in your family. It's in your community groups, and it's in your friend relationships. That we have so much more influence over people than we realize. Do you realize you're going, you know what? The culture today, it's horrible, and look at all these poor role models. Hey, if you've got a teenage son or daughter, what you do is far more important than all of the rap artists or sports personalities or singing celebrities out there. Yeah, they might look at that stuff, but they don't say, I want to go be like that. I'm going to model my behavior that way. You know what they do? Over the person who is immediately over them. That's the person that has more influence than anyone else in the world. And so, two things I want you to remember today. Sacrifice because it's worth it. And take that person that you're immediately over and care for them like never before. Teach them, help them to teach others. Do anything you can to help mold their life. You are going to be a great leader and have better influence. Hey, just one more thing. The giveaway this week, free giveaway, it is an executive book summary of the book I just mentioned. And what I talked about, it's in there. It's actually on the first page. It's a 3-page summary. But I'm just so excited for you to jump into it and look at it. Recently, I was working with a group here in Atlanta, and I gave them the book summary of this. I got more responses from this book summary than anyone that I've ever given out on anything. It's that good. So ask for it, download it, and I can't wait to see you next week on LeaderTribe.